What's up, everybody? I'm Wuv.
Yo, and this is Trey.
And we're POD, and you're watching Typical Video Girls.
Hey guys, this is SharFez. I'm with Typical Video Girls, chilling with the members of POD at Southside Ballroom. What's going on?
How you doing?
What's up?
Doing good. I see like the background and you guys setting up. It looks pretty exciting. Are you guys excited tonight?
Yeah, it'll be great. We always love coming through Dallas, and especially with ICP. You know what I mean? It's a different type of meshed up tour, so we're excited to see who comes out and enjoys the package.
I was talking to you guys earlier, and you guys mentioned that Trees is one of your favorite spots in Dallas. What's a great place to eat in your opinion in Dallas? What's one of your other favorite spots?
I want to say it was, I don't know if it's Dallas or Austin, but I'm always a big barbecue fan, so Rudy's. But I don't know if Rudy's is that Dallas
Rudy's
here too?
Yeah.
Rudy's is one of my favorite spots.
What about you?
We got the same taste, so a lot of times people, like our friends from the years, will come out and they'll bring barbecue to us, you know what I mean? Brisket, all that kind of stuff, so it's good.
Texas brisket.
Texas brisket. Tell me about it. So POD, what does it stand for?
POD stands for Payable on Death.
What does that mean?
Payable on Death is something that we kind of use like in a spiritual term, you know what I mean? Us being guys that like to do music that's positive and and a faith-based. So we just kind of took Payable on Death as something like, hey, give your life to God, you know what I mean? He's going to take care of you after death. And that's what Payable on Death stands for.
Okay. Are you guys a Christian band?
We don't really say we're a Christian band. We've always been like just a rock and roll band, but a lot of people attach the faith of being Christians. We are Christians, you know what I mean? But as far as us, the way we look at it, we never really like to put that on us because we don't like to categorize our music, you know what I mean? We've always just played rock and roll music for everybody, and when you put that on you, it kind of separates you from
Right. Put you in a category,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because then people are, oh, that's a Christian band, I don't like to listen to them. So we just like to say we're music, we're positive, like all our favorite, acts that we grew up listening to, all the reggae music, Bob Marley, Bad Brains, Santana, all those kind of musics have that positive vibe.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we want to be, you know what I mean? Music for everybody that makes you feel good.
Right. It's definitely a label that was given to us. So it wasn't something that we kind of said, hey, let's go out and be a Christian band. I didn't even know what that is. That is, so
What is one of the most memorable moments you guys have from high school?
High school?
High school, yeah.
You know how old we are?
I know you guys are pretty old, but that's what makes you guys.
That's
no,
yeah,
not in a bad way.
Yeah, scratch it.
You guys are music legends. I mean, so of course I'm gonna want to know. There are a lot of viewers out there that want to know what was a memorable moment from high school.
Trey, I'll let you start.
Ah, man, I mean,
we got to bring out the shovels for this.
Yeah, bring out the shit. Yeah, exactly. We got to dig deep.
Yeah.
I have too many moments that were better than those moments. I mean, I couldn't.
I grew up surfing my whole life, you know what I mean? We grew up on the beach right next to Tijuana in South San Diego, California. So surfing for me was the thing that I did every day no matter what. Actually, my high school took my car away from me because I used to ditch school so much. It's just I would come to school late all the time. So for me, when I think of high school, it always just reminds me of like the camaraderie I had with my friends, surfing and finding the best wave and spending time with my friends. That's the way I spent time with them.
What about you? I know you got plenty.
Well, it's so many. I mean, I was a musician when I was growing up in high school, so it's like, we used to, I mean, a lot of it was just playing in bands and stuff like that and just, doing the 17, 16-year-old thing, being out all night, getting crazy, so.
That's exciting. So you guys are definitely legends in the music industry. How do your friends and your family feel about it versus back then when you guys first started off?
For us, man, it's we've been grinding since '92, you know what I mean? So it was a slow process, like what do you call it? Your fame or your fortune or those kind of things, or your accolades in music. So for us, we've always stayed the same, and our friends and family have come along for the ride with us the whole time. It's not something that all of a sudden 10 years later, boom, their nephew or their best friend is a rock star. You know what I mean? it was something that they came along with us on the whole journey, so it never felt like anything changed. You know what I mean? They just enjoy seeing us enjoy playing music and spreading our music to the people all over the world. You know, we get to travel the world. We've been doing it for years all over the world. So they get to enjoy the blessings that we have as far as just seeing the world.
Absolutely.
Take listen and notice to our music and be able to spread where we're from in San Diego and our music all over the world and watch people enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. We don't take that rock and roll thing necessarily home with us. I think we've always been just regular dudes, you know what I mean? And like Wolf said, I mean, it just, you know, our families follow us from the the low times to the high times. So the change has been so slow, if you want to call it that. That's not been this big drastic thing where they see us like, oh snaps, you guys are like, you know.
So they've supported you through
Yeah,
thick
absolutely.
and thin. They've had y'all's backs.
Yep.
What is a favorite song of each and one of yours to perform? Something that just gets you like hyped up, like, oh yeah, like this, it's about to go down.
For me, it's always Southtown. That's a song that's about our neighborhood. Like all my friends that supported my band and we came up with, me and Sonny, grew up down there. So when we started out, you know, all my friends were backing us all the time. So when we had a chance to write a song about our neighborhood and talk about it, that's what it was. I got Southtown on my neck. That's what it is. So I love playing that song just because it means something to me like that, in that way.
I have to say the exact same song, only because for different reasons than Wolf, but you know, it was our first big budget video. It was, you know, right when we first got signed to the record label and stuff like that. So it's like it has a lot of sentimental value. Not only that, a lot of our family and our friends are in that video. So when you see it, you know, that song is the most, you know, warmest to me. So definitely Southtown.
What is the most awkward fan experience you guys have witnessed?
Oh man.
For Halloween, this little kid, little white kid, real cute. He wanted to be Trey.
Did he put black?
He wanted to be Trey. So he came in his face all black with dreads and everything else. It was awkward.
That's so cute.
But it was cool though. It's like, you know, it was innocent. I thought it was dope though. But
What
I would
about
say that'd be
you?
awkward one for me.
You can't think. Have you guys seen anything crazy while being on tour? Like where you're just like, whoa, like what the hell is going on?
I would say ICP.
ICP.
We were at the Juggalo.
Oh yeah.
The Gathering.
The Juggalos. The Gathering of the Juggalos. Yeah.
And I saw the craziest stuff I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
At the Juggalo Festival.
It's gonna be 2X rated.
It's 2X rated, yeah, exactly.
X-rated.
I don't even know if I
okay.
can talk about that.
Yeah.
So growing up, has there been a favorite TV show of yours that you've just been so obsessed with, still till now?
What is it, man?
I have a couple.
Couple. Let's start off with like a few of your favorite shows.
I was going to say, hey, this is Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son.
I grew
That
up
one's
watching
pretty good.
Sanford and Son when I was younger, you know, so that's the one. And I would have to say, yeah, that's definitely one. Maybe Good Times.
Good Times is always good. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Probably like Dukes of Hazzard, maybe. And we're here in Texas, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
politically
That's a good
correct
one.
answer.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So if you guys were all in a horror movie, who would be the first one to go, and who would be the last survivor?
You know, of course, me.
Brothers go in the movies. You know
I'm going to be the first one to go. The brothers are always the first one to get killed in the movies.
Why is it that the brother first
I
goes?
don't know. They want to get him out of there quick.
Hollywood, man. You know what I'm saying?
Lighting, you know what I mean? It's lighting. It's hard to light brothers, especially when it's dark and it's horror. So
Right.
you know, you
Oh,
gotta get them out real quick.
Who'd be the survivor? Who'd be the one who would, you know, win pretty much the entire game?
In our band?
In your band.
Oh.
Only person that got that kind of luck is Marcos. Dude.
Yeah, Marcos always gets.
Our guitar player, man. He'd be the one dude like, how the heck did he make it? So you know, that's how it
He's
goes.
like, dude, the homie was kicking her over here. He showed me the shortcut.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
What got you guys into music?
I've been playing. My parents, you know, start from the beginning. My parents listened to a lot of music. I grew up in a household where people were always, my mother and father were always playing music on the radio. So when I was, I think in 6th grade, I started playing saxophone, and I just started playing then, and it just kind of snowballed from that into a lot of different instruments. But I think it's just, you know, just what was out back then. You know, I was listening to a lot of funk and jazz and stuff like that. I mean, blues. And that's what kind of kicked it off for me.
Okay. What about you?
For me, my mom and dad, like, they had me when they were 14, so they were really young. And my dad played drums when he was a kid, and so, you know, Obviously, I watched my dad play music because he was in bands all through his teenage and early 20s, and I was just at that time 5 and 6, and I just wanted to do the things that my dad liked to do. So I naturally took on the drums and I started playing. And, got into surfing. And then years later, I met up with Marco, or I had another band before, and then when I met up with Marcos through a mutual friend of ours, we started making music together, and it was like, hey, we actually sound all right. You know what I mean? That kind of sparked up and cultivated, me going back and playing drums, and so pretty much my dad.
Youth of a Nation. That was definitely one of the first songs that I had heard from you guys. What was the story behind it? What triggered into writing that song?
Go for it.
There's a lot of stuff going on back in let's say not 2000, I think it was 2000, or maybe 2000, I think it was, when the whole Columbine shooting thing happened. And Marcos had been working on a riff, while we were in the studio. We kind of working on the song, trying to figure out, how we were going to go with this. And I think the idea was to kind of do something that involved Columbine, the school shootings. But as we were working in the studio, there was a shooting in San Diego called, it was the Santee High School shootings during the time where we were actually getting ready to start working on this song. And
it was actually that day.
It was that day, yeah.
So we walked to a 7-Eleven, take a break, and there was like all these cop cars and ambulances going by. And we went back to the studio, had a TV in it, turned it on, and it was like, dude, this shooting's going on like
right now,
a block away, right here. So that kind of sparked up like the chorus of the song, and
the emotion
in
it.
The emotion, and once we kind of got the meat of the chorus, Sonny ran away with the verse. That's how it was birthed. That's how we did it on that day. We are the youth of the nation. We are youth of the nation. We are the youth of the nation. We are youth of the nation.
So the music industry definitely has changed between, when you guys first began and now. What is your input on, the pros and the cons of the music industry then and now?
I think the pros is like if you do have music and you want people to hear it, it's a lot easier with social media to get your music to a lot of people really quickly. I say the cons to it is that it seems like everybody's got a music studio now. It's really inexpensive to record anything and get stuff out. So, I mean, back in the day when we were doing it, I just think the quality of music was just better. I think people are really trying to be different and be individuals and and have their own identity and make their mark. Whereas now I think it's just too much. Almost like the dollar. More dollars you print, it devalues the value of the dollar. And I think the same thing with music. It's just saturated with everybody kind of doing the same thing. So I miss the uniqueness of like the late 90s.
Saying, like a lot of when we were coming up, you had to pay your dues, like going on tour and establishing a fan base. Now it's like people get instant fan bases, but then when they go out and they see them, they're like, these guys suck. You know what I mean?
That's
they haven't
true.
put in the time, the effort. Everybody's a YouTube sensation, but they haven't been tried and true as far as putting in your time, paying your dues on the streets, knowing what's going on. So a lot of the live entertainment factors of it, like a lot of the bands times out of 10, we'll be playing with these so-called super rock stars or whatever, and there's 10 tracks of Pro Tools going on, and they're barely playing on top of their tracks, and it's like, hey, what happened to the live part of playing music? You know what I mean? And so that you kind of lose that because
definitely
just the quality, like Shay was saying, isn't really there as far as live.
I completely agree with you guys. I feel like there's too many young thugs running around,
right?
And I have no idea what they're saying, so I can't even sing along. I'm like, yeah, I got it.
Nice.
What is your life motto?
Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. Moderation is for losers.
Okay. Something good to live by.
I don't really have a motto or something like that, but I love to live in grace. You know what I mean? I love to live knowing that there's a God that forgives me, and that I can. So then when I take that, I'll be able to forgive other people. You know what I mean? And when you have that kind of mentality, then your life is a lot happier and a lot less stressful.
Very good.
Very good.
How do you guys deal with criticism? I mean, every band Don't deal with it.
I don't even
Shut
hear
it. Shut it
I
down.
don't even hear the hate.
You have to. Everybody's got their opinion about something, and all of it's relative to that particular person. So,
Right.
you know, you just gotta let that stuff roll off of you.
If they're hating, that means you're known, and that's what's
Exactly.
Haters
Yeah.
gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate. Nice.
up. Haters gonna hate.
Who's gonna love? I even want none of the above. I'm gonna.
What message do you want your fans to gain from your music? What's the ultimate message?
I think Will's kind of said it best. I mean, our whole thing is just good vibes and good energy.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of people, they just come. A lot of these bands come with this really, I guess, angry, aggressive kind of trying to be all puffed up and stuff like that. And I think really, I mean, our message is just to spread, you know, just good vibes and good energy. You know what I'm saying?
We kind of take on that reggae mantra, you know what I mean? It's like when you put on a reggae record, you feel good no matter what. You know what I mean? And even though we're playing heavier, more aggressive type of music,
Still
I think our
positive
message
image, yeah.
and the lyrics and the hooks that we have are always more on the positive side. And that's kind of like a oxymoron when it comes to our style of music, you know what I mean? So that puts us in a different category, which I love to be a part of a band that does that because it's unique and you don't really get that. So.
It really is unique. What advice would you guys give to a lot of the bands and the people out there trying to make it big, like you guys, and you know, send off that positive vibe message?
Dude, that's all that comes natural to somebody. You know what I mean? If you're a positive person and that's what you want to spread, then you're gonna be able to do that. My advice would be play your own instruments. You know what I mean? Don't get caught up, you know, in the studio doing fabricated stuff. Get out there and play live in front of people, and you're gonna make believers out of you.
And I was also, and just to add to what I said earlier, anything in life worth doing is worth overdoing. Just to be passionate about what you believe in doing and just stick to it, and don't let anybody discourage you with their inability to have dreams. You know what I mean? So dream big and do big.
Wonderful. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'm so excited for y'all set tonight with Insane Clown Posse. They will be performing tonight at Southside Ballroom, so if you guys have any questions, requests, go ahead and please comment at the link below. We'll try to go ahead and send the message off to these guys. Links down here. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys rock the stage tonight, as always.
This goes out to you.